Good day, YouTube. It is the 27th of June, 2023. And if you've watched my videos, you realize that I have a mobile DJ business, and these are my two DJ trucks. And they're just full of built-in equipment and loose speakers and things like that that I use to go do different events. Some of them are sitting out and so forth. But most of what I do is outside events, and I will just say I never have power. 99.5% of the time I never have power, and I use my generators as power for my trucks. And I have remote speaker stations that also need power, so it's not unusual for me to need 3, even 4 generators, and maybe one for a standby at any event. The EU1000s are my workhorses, and I sort of collect them these days. So there are 3 of my 4 EU1000s. There's one of my 2 EU2000s. My dad has got my EU3000IS, which is the electric start heavier version. It's one I'm actually working on. We just took it on vacation. We didn't get it unloaded out of his truck, so I got to go get that one of these days. And this is my brand new EU7000. It's the Bluetooth model. It's pretty cool. What I realize is that I have a collection and that I can't stop for some reason. And I was reminded the other day that there is a generator missing in my collection, and I must have it. And I knew where it was hiding. Could this be the missing generator? The Honda EU3000i Handy? This is the lighter weight version of the Honda 3000. This one's only 75 pounds, or the other one's like $1.50. Very, very nice generator, but it is not electric start and so forth like the bigger one. But you can lift this. Well, if you've got it back enough, you can lift this, and it does fit behind the seat of my Super Cab pickup. So it's a very, very good generator. This is in very, very nice condition. Has only just a few hours on it. This is not missing from my collection. It's been here for a long time. And then there's my other EU2000. All of my generators have covers. They're all hiding behind because I need to keep them. I want to keep them. I will keep them in pristine condition. So this is one of my 2 EU2000s. This is one of the 4 EU1000s that I have. These are my workhorses. They are what I use most of the time. So you would think, with having the 2 EU3000s and a couple 2000s and the 1000s, that my collection is pretty complete, but there has been one generator of the inverter series that has eluded me until today. Ladies and gentlemen, can I introduce to you the Honda EX350, the original inverter generator, 2-cycle by Honda. Big story on this generator. I was an officer in an international motorcycle organization for 22 years. And back in, I'm going to call it 1991, I put on a motorcycle rally in Sisters, Oregon. And as a grand prize, I worked with our local Honda dealer, no longer in business, to obtain a Honda EX350 generator as our big door prize. So the local Honda dealer agreed to sponsor 50% of the cost, and I paid the other 50% of the cost. And we gave that EX350 generator away as our big door prize. My father-in-law was attending this. My father-in-law, mother-in-law were attending those events at that time, and he was lucky enough to win this generator. So I actually purchased this generator in 1991 through the organization, and we gave it away. It has been used a couple of times in the past 32 years. It was used a couple times in the first year or two he obtained it, and then it sat since then. So around 25 years ago, I helped him take this apart because the fuel had got left in it and it got pretty gummy, and we cleaned the carburetor and we put it back together, put it back in the box, and it has been there ever since. And I recently struck a deal with him to trade him out of this because I wanted it forever for my collection, and today we have made that happen. So the question is, will it run? Again, it's been 25 years sitting in a box with no fuel in it. Will it run? I just went to the store and got some 50 to 1 because that's what it takes, 50 to 1. And I say we put some fuel in it and see what happens. Shall we? These are cute. They're cute as heck, and they weighed like nothing. Okay, 2 fingers. I think they're amazing. I really do. I'm so glad to have this. I'll probably only use True Fuel in this. It's very shelf stable, and it smells good. If I was going to put lots of hours on it or something, I could certainly mix a 50 to 1 with non-ethanol fuel. But as little as I plan to use this, $7 a quart. I know it's a little pricey, but I think it's worth it. It's probably good enough for now. I don't know what it holds. I forgot to look at the specs or read through the book. I haven't heard this run. I haven't heard any of them run in all this time. What do you think? I'll give you 1 minute to put down in the comment what you think. It'll just fire right up. I know it has an eco mode. I remember that. Ground screw, because there was a little flip switch. I'm sure. Where was that switch? Oh, it's over here. Oh, everything's over here. I should have had it this way. Okay. So that's the flip switch. That's the 300 volt amps or 150 volt amps. So we've got to turn on the gas like that, and then that's the choke. We should let it sit there for a moment and reflect on its 25 years of hibernation, and it's just about to come to life. I say that it must come to life. It's time to live again. Time to live again. Okay. How many pulls do you think it's going to take? I have to come up with a guess. Let's say 5. We're going with 5. Okay. It's been sitting a while. Got some fuel in you? Are you ready? 1, 2. Listen to it burn. Listen to it burn. Let me get my kilowatt. Alright, we got her plugged in. 129 volts. 58.6 hertz. Look at that. Alright. Gonna go into high output mode. Just gonna stream now, ready? Plug the kilowatt back in high mode. 129. 58.6. My collection, I say, is complete. We've got from an EX350 to the EU1000 to the EU2000 to the EU3000 Handy to the EU3000 IS to the EU7000 IS Bluetooth. Very nice, very nice. That is a cutie. She's in great shape. It is now safely in my collection. It will be looked after. I don't know if they make a cover for that. I will go online immediately and look for one to keep it in pristine condition. I'll think about different things that it can be used for so that it gets a little bit of use every year. Again, it's got True Fuel in it, and I service all my generators every Thanksgiving Day. You might have seen a video or two that all my generators get fuel and oil changes and all that stuff on Thanksgiving Day. That's correct. And this one will be no different. Guys, it's pretty exciting. I've been wanting to do this video for a long time, wanting to obtain one of these for a long time. Glad that I was able to strike a deal and something that we could both live with, and we have done just that. So with that said, guys, thanks again. Thumbs up on the way out. Throw a comment down below. Remember, every morning I spend my breakfast hour answering comments. And if you have a comment related to this generator, other generators, or just tell me what you're doing these days, I'm anxious to read what you're up to, anxious to answer your questions. I'll catch you in the morning in the comments. Again, give me a thumbs up on the way out. We'll catch you guys on the next video.